Hey friends, it's me, Rousseau, aka thequester. And as you know, I am on a quest to find the answers. I'm searching everywhere for the answers to life's biggest questions. Where did I come from? Who am I? What is the meaning of my life? What is right and wrong? And is there any destiny? Anything after my life? I'm searching for the answers, and today I have a special guest who said yes to my request to be an honored special guest upon this quest as we embark and look for the answers. His name is David Laughlin. I think he's downstairs in the wood. Hey David, are you down there?
Hey Rousseau, great to see you, man.
You too. Well, David is a friend of mine who is a magician. He's an illusionist, and today he absolutely blew my mind with one of his magic tricks, and I invited him on the show to tell me a bit about yourself. What got you interested in magic and illusions?
Well, absolutely, and I'm so thankful that I just randomly found you here on the side of the creek so we could have this conversation.
Me too.
I think that's amazing. Well, the truth is that when I was a kid, like a lot of kids, my mom and dad gave me this little magic set, a box of tricks. And so I loved to open it up, and I learned that it wasn't real magic. You actually had to practice and make those things work. So that's what I would do. In fact, I brought along today one of the very first tricks that I ever learned.
Oh my goodness!
It was a trick that involved my dad's handkerchief.
Yes.
Now here was the idea. See, the trick was a little different when I was a kid. But the goal was basically that you start with a little handkerchief like this, and then in your other hand you kind of make a cup or a fist like that. Yep, just kind of with a hole inside, and then take the handkerchief, push it down into your hand, and squeeze it nice and tight.
Okay.
Now, if you did this right, it was possible that an illusion could be created. The illusion was that that simple white handkerchief would slowly change to red. Yeah, in fact, that same thing could happen today. As it goes into your hand, it becomes a little less white and a little more red, a little less white, a little more red, till after a while, it might almost look as if the entire white handkerchief changes to red just like
Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
I really like it.
And you know, here's the thing. Because I get to be a special guest upon your quest, at your request today, I thought it'd be fun if I did something extra special.
Wow, I'd love that.
I could teach you that trick.
He's gonna teach us that trick.
Okay, so here's the thing.
This is exciting.
You can all tune in on this. Now, normally I'm not supposed to tell
Wait, are they allowed
people.
to see as well?
We'll let them in on this too.
Okay. But don't tell anyone else.
Yeah, that's usually like the magician's code, right? You're not
Right.
supposed to tell people.
No telling the
We all
secrets.
have to learn somehow.
True.
So here's the secret. To do this trick, you have to have 2 handkerchiefs.
Oh, there's 2 involved.
Yes.
Okay.
And one more helpful hint, Rousseau.
Yes.
When you go find your 2 handkerchiefs,
Right.
make sure that they are different colors.
That would be helpful.
Because if it's the same color,
It probably doesn't look like
yeah,
it's
okay, I
changing.
think you understand. So you have to know a couple of the things. So
Yeah.
a few of the things is the preparation. So you can set one aside to begin. The other one you want to hide in your hand, okay?
Okay.
Now, normally you don't let other people see this part,
Right.
okay? But you guys can be in on this, you can be in on this.
Great.
But typically you'd go off to the side. This is how you prepare. You push the handkerchief down into your hand,
Yeah.
and then you just want to check. Make sure it's not sticking out the top. Make sure it's
Right.
not poking out the bottom.
Okay.
Make sure it
Totally.
goes all the way down inside your hand. Does this make sense so
It
far?
makes sense so far.
Now, after it goes all the way down inside your hand, just simply pick up your other handkerchief and
Right.
you can start the trick.
Yep.
Okay, so at this point, you have the red one in one hand.
Okay.
Following
And in
along,
the other hand, you've got the white one
the white
stashed
one.
away.
But no one should know about the white one.
Okay, it's a secret.
So when you do this trick, don't let anybody see the white one.
So don't open your hand.
Don't open your hand.
Okay.
Because you know what would happen if you
Yeah,
open
they would see the white handkerchief in
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Everybody would
see that
see the
it's-
handkerchief. It might fall on the floor. Something would happen that you don't want to happen. So once you place it in that hand, just keep it closed. Make sure no one sees the white handkerchief.
Well, you just opened your hand and it was no longer there.
No. Rousseau, we went over this. Don't open your hand.
Okay,
If
just-
you open it, then they'll see it. Don't open your hand, okay? Okay, let's just continue. So then what you do is simply take the red one, push it down on top of the white one that you just placed in your hand.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah, that I didn't open because everyone would see it.
Right. So
okay.
because you keep the white one hidden, now all you should have to do is reach up and pull the white one back out. So it's an illusion, okay? It becomes a little bit less red and a little
Uh-huh.
more white, and you slowly make it look like it change.
I kind of saw that there's maybe 2 now.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't pull it out too far, or people see both of them.
Right.
But you know what? Here's the thing. Because it's just an illusion, sometimes the tricks do mess up. And if
True.
you mess up like this, just put one away in your pocket, okay? Just kind of get
Put
rid
the
of
white
it.
one away. It's no longer
Put the white
a part.
one away.
Yep.
Pretend that didn't happen.
Okay.
And then take the red one,
The red one.
push it down into your fist.
Yep.
Squeeze it, and try to make it look like it changes.
What about
from
the other
red
one that you have
to-
in your pocket?
To white. Yeah, you should just forget about that. Just make it look like it looks a little less red and a little more white. A little
Oh
less
my
red, a little
goodness.
more white. Sometimes after a while, it looks like the entire red handkerchief changes to white, just like that.
Wow. David, that is an amazing and wonderful trick that you've just showed me.
Well, I'm glad you liked it, and it really is one of the first tricks I learned, at least a version of that. Over time, it's become a little bit more complicated.
Yeah. Wow. Well, so your job is to do magic and do illusions.
Yeah, another way you can look at it is my job is to figure out what messes with people's minds,
Yeah.
what deceives people,
You messed with mine.
and then go do that to them. Okay?
You sure succeeded in that today.
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah. So, how does your relationship between illusions and deception relate with what's true and what's truly happening?
Absolutely. Well, that's one of the things for me on my quest is I'm always looking for what is it that does trick us.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've discovered is in this world, there are a lot of illusions.
Right.
So many times we see on screens like this where people tell us, man, if you just bought this certain product or owned this new gaming system, or if you had some different friends, your life would be so much better.
Right.
And sometimes we pay attention to that and we think maybe that's the solution, or maybe that's the end game of this quest, is that we just have to have the right friends and have people like us and live in the right neighborhood and all those things. And there are some of those things that I've achieved only to realize it wasn't as great as I thought it would be.
It was an illusion.
It was an illusion.
Wow. It looked like something that would make you happy and give you the deep sense of satisfaction in
Yes.
your heart, but it left you feeling like there's got to be more.
That's exactly it. And so that quest
Wow.
has to continue to say there has to be something
Yeah.
that doesn't just kind of pass away, that's something that really is meaningful
Right.
and gives your life purpose. And so we continue on that quest.
Wow. I remember a couple times in my life, whether it was at Christmas or a birthday, I thought if I just had this one thing, it would make me so happy and I would never want anything ever again. And then I got it, and it was like your disappearing magic tricks. It was something was there, and then boom, it was gone. The satisfaction and the happiness, it just didn't last.
Right.
And so I'm on the quest to find some color and something wonderful that lasts and keeps me permanently in a state of wonder and awe at this whole beautiful world. Do you have any more magic tricks that might complement that idea of bringing color and wonder to this world that can sometimes feel empty?
Well, I love that idea because I think it's great to appreciate the beauty in this world. And I might have something. Let me go back downstairs real quick because
Okay.
I think I have just the thing real
Sure.
quick. Russo, I brought along this. You were talking about color.
Right.
And what could be more colorful and beautiful than a coloring book?
Have you already colored it with all the crayons and markers?
No, because I wanted to, but there was a problem with this book, and that is I got this book and I took it home and I opened it up only to discover that there were no pictures to cover in color inside the book.
It was blank?
Yeah, now I thought typically coloring books had pictures to color, and so that makes it a little more difficult.
Yeah. What a ripoff.
Right, but I thought maybe we could do something about this.
Yeah.
Right? Can you snap your fingers? Yeah,
Like
it's
that?
tricky sometimes. Well, I'll tell you what.
Can you snap yours? Snap!
Okay, well, wait.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, well, it was good practice.
Okay.
But just in case you can't snap, you can clap one time. Okay.
Okay.
So on the count of three, let's do that. You just snap or clap one time. Ready? You guys too. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now, if you did this right, what happens is we may have found some pictures.
Oh my
inside
goodness.
the book.
They've
See,
appeared.
That's what a coloring book is supposed to look like. They're supposed to be pictures
Right.
to color. But here's the thing. All of these pictures are black and white.
That's true.
And that's okay, but the truth is, this world is not that boring.
Right.
Some people think, yeah, we're all just kind of carbon copies, nobody's unique, we're all just the same. But if that was the case, it wouldn't be very fun.
True.
If we were all from the same country, if we all spoke the same language, if we all looked the same,
Yeah.
it'd be as dull as a black and white world.
Right. But we need some color in there.
Let's change this.
Okay.
I tell you what, do you have any ideas?
Well, my mind is full of colorful ideas right now, and this world is full of color all around us.
That's right, and you know what? I even have a little bit of color.
Yeah, you got some blue and
you have
some
some.
red, and I've got some yellow
And
and
they
some
have
blue.
some
and-
colors too.
And I bet you got a lot of colors, yeah.
So let's do this. We
Yeah.
have to use our imagination.
Okay.
sometimes the best creations come from imagination.
I like
And so
that.
look around and just imagine that you could grab a handful of color from wherever you have around you. Yeah, there you go. Fill your hands.
I've got my hands full of color.
Okay, and you guys can do this too.
Do you guys
Now,
got your hands full of color?
hold your handful of color up like
Uh-huh.
this. On the count of 3, I want you to toss it through the screen onto this book.
Okay.
Russo, you have an easier shot than they do. Your challenge is more difficult. You shouldn't miss, okay?
I hope not.
So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now, if we did that right,
Yeah?
maybe we can change those pictures and actually add a little color and life
Oh
to
my
this book.
goodness. The color's back.
It's exactly it. And you
Wow.
know what? This world is so much better when we see all the amazing, beautiful differences in color
Yeah.
around us. That's when things are much more beautiful and much more wonderful. I think that's a pretty fun little truth.
I agree. See, wonderful things like that make us full of wonder, and it is just a wonderful thing to have you on the show today, David. If you want to see more magic tricks and illusions by David Laughlin, you can check him out on his YouTube channel, David and Tisha.
That's right. It's David, A-N-D, and then Tisha is T-E-E-S-H-A.
Perfect.
So David and Tisha.
And he has an Instagram account as well. I encourage you to follow and see some more magic. Thank you so much for bringing some of this
Yeah, Russo.
insight and so much of your wisdom to our show today.
You know, I walk around in the woods with coloring books and things like that all the time, so I'm so glad I bumped into you. This
Me
is
too.
perfect.
That was great. And I also want to say thank you for reminding us that there is truth out there that is to be pursued, and there are things that look like they might be true, but they're actually not. That's a really good reminder, and I think that's really going to guide my quest to find out what is true. It's one of those big questions. What is truly true? So thank you for shaping that question for us, David.
You are welcome.
Really appreciate you. Well, I'm gonna disappear here really quick and leave David to keep exploring these woods, and I hope you'll join me again on our next quest. Until then, please remember, take care of those around you, always lend a helping hand. Keep asking life's big questions and do your best to understand. Be the best and kindest you that you can possibly be, and keep seeking the truth, which is the key that will set us free. I'm Russo the Quester, and we'll see you again next time. See you, David.
See you, Russo.